It is that time of the show when we say hello to today's guest, and we are joined by LaTeefah Smith, who is the founder of the Veggie Connection. And I got to tell you, I just love the name, regardless of what LaTeefah does. But LaTeefah, I do have a sense of what you do. But I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous because I am surrounded by virtually all plant-based eating people. My daughter, when she went away to college, was a carnivore. Mm-hmm. Then she became a pescatarian, which I thought was some sort of weird religion. I was wrong. And then she eventually went full vegan, mm-hmm. and over half my staff is vegan. So is plant-based eating catchy?
Yes, it is. So be aware, so it's gonna happen.
Is there a shot or anything I can get?
No, it's just good food. It's just good food.
Oh, okay. So seriously, and in all seriousness, I get it. I mean, my daughter and others have talked to me about it enough. It is a very healthy lifestyle. Yes. I watched the changes that my daughter went through. When she was always in great shape because she was on the cross-country team in high school. But when she got to college, it was just classes and study. And she started gaining weight. Her complexion didn't look real good. She wasn't feeling 100%, mostly because she was, only getting 4 hours of sleep a night. Right. But when she went full vegan, her weight just went away. Her complexion cleared up. And she's still tired because she doesn't get enough sleep, but she's far more energetic than she used to be.
Right.
And, she's not making this stuff up.
Right.
So I get it. Well, I'll probably never stop eating a burger every now and then. I am trying to eat more plant-based foods. So you're a plant-based eater.
Right.
Most of us weren't raised that way. Were you?
No.
Okay,
no.
So what moved you in that direction?
And it's kind of funny what you were saying with your daughter. That's kind of how I got to my path, because I was a junk food eater. I didn't eat anything green, no salads, nothing whatsoever. So just from high school up into college, I started noticing how I was feeling. Like every time I ate like a burger or something, I always felt tired. So it's the same as your daughter. I was like, why is this happening? So, I just started noticing those things. So I started eliminating beef, and that started working. Like, okay, I'm not tired anymore. I'm noticing my skin's looking a little bit different, and I'm not tired. And then I also noticed that I had eczema too as well. So, I kind of started eliminating the dairy. But once I got into my 20s and my 30s, and I was diagnosed with fibroids, I completely eliminated meat. I just went cold turkey in a sense, and I just became plant-based.
Can you say cold turkey when you're talking about eliminating meat?
Right.
Shouldn't it be like I went cold broccoli?
Yeah,
or
cold
something
broccoli.
Like
or cold kale.
Cold kale, even better. So, all right, so that's, and I understand that story. I kind of watched it with my own daughter. But then what led you to doing what you do now? What led you to creating the Veggie Connection? And what is it?
Okay, the Veggie Connection is a plant-based festival where there's vendors, speakers, and entertainment in Inland Empire. And I created it because I was going to these events, and I started in Georgia. Even I am a native of Southern California. I am from.
Okay, I was going to say I'm not getting any Georgian, any Southern accent there.
No, I am from Southern California, but I started it there because I was noticing that these events weren't happening in second-tier cities. So with me being a native of Southern California, the same thing was happening here. So, I said, why do I have to drive 2 hours to LA to go to a festival of this nature when something should be here in this area? Hence, the Veggie Connection. It's a festival where there's plant-based vendors, speakers, entertainment, and just a lot of food and a lot of knowledge about plant-based eating. So even if you're not a vegan or a vegetarian or whatever, and you're veggie curious, you can come to this event. And the majority of the people that come to our event are veggie curious. So they're not even vegan.
Well, and you know, in talking with my daughter and even some of my employees at work, as I'm learning about it, I don't know that I'll ever go fully plant-based, but that doesn't mean I can't be more aware of what I'm eating and its impact on me, and start eating more foods that I know are going to be beneficial. So even for people that are just veggie curious or plant-based curious, there's really a lot to be learned from this, because face it, most of us grew up, I know I did, we had steak and potatoes every night for dinner.
Oh, yes.
Probably nothing worse that you can eat every night for dinner. So it's kind of retraining, and I suspect future generations will be more plant-based. You know, in other cultures, there's meat, but it's never the main course.
Right.
You know, it's a little bit of meat, but you still have your veggie, you have your starch, and meat's probably the smallest thing on the plate.
But here's the thing, when we were little, when we were born, after nursing, you were vegetarian because you ate mashed vegetables. So you weren't introduced to meat until you were introduced to it. You didn't know what meat was until you were introduced to it. So you ate vegetables.
Well, I don't know, when I was really little, I bit the dog.
Yep.
And it was good, but I was told not to do that anymore. I'm just kidding. Don't anyone send me nasty emails. All right, so you created this annual event. We've only got a couple minutes left in this segment, but tell me a little bit about what the annual event looks like, and how long have you been doing it? When the next one is?
I've been doing it since 2015, and we just had our third annual June 30th in Rancho Cucamonga at the community center. So the next one is next year,
So
2019.
that's I forget the name, but the big main park there, right on Baseline and Milliken, I think it is, yeah.
So we had it there, and again, it's nothing but plant-based vendors.
What kind of turnout did you guys get for that?
Oh, it's a great turnout. We have over like 400 people that show up.
Wow, nice. And how many vendors?
And this year we had 35 vendors, 35 to 40 vendors, because we had to cut out the park area. But
And I'm
okay.
assuming that, and maybe I'm wrong, but you sell food there? I can go there?
Yes, so you can go and you can eat all the plant-based food that you want. You know, you patronize the vendors and you get to try all sorts of plant-based food.
See, and that's something else I'll share for viewers who may not know. Because I work with so many plant-based eaters, I'm constantly being invited. At first it was forced, now it's invited, to sample some of what they're eating. And you know what?
It's good.
I can honestly say, I don't know that I would ever purposely take meat completely out of my diet. But with that said, if I was ever told I couldn't have meat anymore, I know I wouldn't die. Because there's some really good replacements. There's some things that I've eaten that are as fulfilling to me as a steak is, and it's vegetable based.
Right. All it is about seasoning your food. Because you wouldn't eat meat if it wasn't seasoned.
Well, remember, I bit the dog.
Oh, right, never mind.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break in a moment, but when is your next big annual event scheduled?
It is scheduled for 2019 in April.
Okay.
Same location, Rancho Cucamonga.
All right, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to learn more about your smaller events, your pop-up events that you do throughout the year. So we missed the big one, but a whole lot of really cool small ones are coming up, so don't go away. We will be right back. We are back and coming to you from one of my favorite places in the world, Charlie's Stars and Stripes, located in the heart of historic downtown Upland. And they have something going on every night, literally every night. There's something going on, there's dinner specials, and my favorite, Friday and Saturdays, they always have live music. So come on by and check them out, and many nights you may find me sitting at the bar having dinner and a drink. And if you do, come by and say hello. We're chatting with LaTeefah Smith, who is the founder of the Veggie Connection. I really want to see your business card and your logo. I bet it's as cute as the name. And in the opening segment, we talked about your one big annual event you do, which is really kind of your namesake. But you also do multiple smaller events throughout the year, and you've got one that I'm not even going to try the name, but it's really cool. I am going to try it. Arts, Beet, and Plant-Based Eats.
Yes.
I got it?
Yes.
Okay, so without even knowing what it's about, is that like the coolest name ever or what? So when is it and what's going to be happening at
So
it?
that's November 3rd, and it's also in Rancho Cucamonga at the Community Center in the David Dreyer Hall.
Okay.
So what that entails is it's local artists that showcase their artwork, local artists that are musicians, but it's also comprised with plant-based food. So it's just showing that, you know, people who are plant-based can also come out and have a good time, and, you know, we can showcase artwork, and we can also dance and sing and laugh.
So you're going to have music, you're going to have art on display.
Yes.
I'm assuming some of it will probably be for sale as
Yes.
well. And then there'll be food for sale?
And we will have food. So you can come out and you can have food as well.
So if I was to attend this event, and maybe you don't know who all the vendors are yet, but name one food item I should not miss while I'm there.
It will be the barbecue jackfruit.
I don't even know what a jackfruit is.
You don't know what a jackfruit? Oh my goodness. It's this huge fruit that looks kind of strange looking.
That was descriptive, thank you.
But when you open it up, it tastes like juicy fruit. And then you marinate it.
Like the candy juicy fruit? I mean, like the gum juicy
right.
fruit?
And then you marinate it, and you can marinate it into any of your seasonings and sauces, and then it comes out really, really great.
Now, I have, because I'm a big griller, a big barbecuer, I have grilled veggies and fruits in the past. My favorite, by the way, is grilling figs. If you've ever tried that, they crystallize.
Yes.
Oh gosh, caramelize, not crystallize. So good. So all right, so if I go there, I will try the
Barbecue jackfruit sliders.
All right, and what should I have on the side?
Vegan mac and cheese. It's delicious.
But what's the noodles made out of?
The noodles are gluten-free.
Which I need.
Right. And then you have a vegan cheese sauce.
Oh, that's right, because but the noodles can't have like egg or flour. or anything.
Right. So they'll be vegan based. So there wouldn't be any egg or anything of that nature. But
And then some kind of pretend cheese sauce.
it's not a pretend cheese sauce. It's just plant based. So it's made out of cashews. But you wouldn't even know the difference.
Well, you know, I drink almond milk. I've had cashew milk, so I might as well try cashew cheese.
This cashew cheese is awesome. It's awesome.
You know, my mind is going all kinds of places, and frankly, none of them I can talk about. So we're going to move
And that's
on.
the thing, that when you think about plant-based food, you think about, okay, it doesn't taste good. But once you taste it, oh, this is awesome. This is totally not what I thought of.
And that's true. Whenever my daughter's in town, home from school, and she's been home for the summer, she's heading back soon, we'll get together, we'll go to dinner, and I have no issue going to a vegan restaurant with her, because I have never once said, oh, nothing here I want to eat. There's
Right.
always things that I can eat and I'm willing to eat. But I will admit, the first time she took me, they had a specials board, and the number one item on the specials board in a vegan restaurant was a bacon cheeseburger. And I looked at her and I go, I thought this was a vegan restaurant. She goes, Dad, it's not really beef, bacon, or cheese.
Right.
I said, then can they really call it that? But I do. I enjoy the food. So at this coming event, we're going to have arts, we're going to have music, we're going to have food, and I'm assuming booths with
vendors,
with educational information.
Right. We'll have a couple of non-food vendors that would show you information about going plant-based and stuff of that nature. And then we'll also have non-food vendors that will showcase their art. So whether it's jewelry making or canvas making, they will be there too.
See, that's cool. And then did you say coming up after that, you have some kind of cooking?
So coming up in December, around end of November, beginning of December, we'll have cooking demos. So get you ready for the holidays.
And what does that mean? I mean, where are they held? Do you come to my house and cook me a meal and go see? Because I would be all in for that, actually.
No, we will have a location, and you'll find all that out on our website, but we'll list the locations of where you can come and you can participate in the food demos.
So, you know, say I may show up and be told, all right, today we're going to make this, this, and that.
Exactly.
And here's your grocery list, and here's how you prepare it.
No, we're not giving you a grocery list. We're going to be cooking it for you, and then at the end, we'll show you everything that you need to go get.
Well, yeah, right. Because honestly, I would love to go to one of those, and next time my daughter's in town, completely freak her out. Right?
Right.
And make a plant-based meal for her.
Right, so you're going to come then, so we're going to let you know.
I am. Let me know. We may actually film me trying to make, that would be, that would suddenly become comedy. So anyway, LaTeefah, someone wants more information about living a plant-based lifestyle, about your big annual event, about any of your pop-up or cooking demos, or how they can even get involved in your group. How do they go about doing that?
Sure, you can visit us at our website at www.thevegieconnection.com, and you can also email us at thevegieconnection@outlook.com. And we're all on social media, so it's Facebook, Twitter,
So go to Facebook
Instagram.
and just search the Veggie Connection,
Connection.
or any of the social media sites.
Yes.
So you have no excuse for missing any of these events. I don't want any of you coming to the cooking event because I'll be there and I don't want you laughing at me. All right, fine. You can all come and laugh at me because we want to have a good turnout. But if you've been hearing about this, I used to think seriously that this was a fad that would pass. It is not.
Right.
It is a whole new way of healthier eating that, as it passes through the generations, will lead to a much happier and healthier populace.
Right, because I started this in '08, and back then, all the stuff that we have now was not there.
Yeah.
So you didn't have these options.
Yeah, now any standard grocery store, there's a
Yes.
whole vegan area, and it wouldn't be there if people weren't buying it.
Right.
So LaTeefah, thank you for what you're doing and for educating us on really a healthier lifestyle and a healthier way of eating.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. Don't go away. We will be right back. Hi, I'm Ron Stark. I own one of the fastest growing, most creative ad agencies in the region, Voice Marketing. Check us out online at voicemktg.com. We work with clients ranging from the county of San Bernardino to the star of the hit TV show Hoarders. Call or email me personally at the phone number or email address below, and check out my TV show, Voice of the Inland Empire, on Charter Cable and online. I am so excited to say hello to David Moore, who is the proprietor of Charlie's Stars and Stripes right here in historic downtown Upland, and the place that we are so graced to be able to shoot the show once a month. David, first, thank you for allowing us to shoot here. We love the venue. And we were just chatting before we went on air. It's been 4 years that you've been running this place.
Yes, a long time. It's been a lot of fun.
Wow, and you've really grown it. This was one of those locations that for years really never lasted. And you guys have come in and you've created an environment that is just comfortable. You're a restaurant and a bar and a sports bar, and clearly the concept is working.
Yes, a combination of all of them. And we're very happy to have lots of different things here, including bands on Friday and Saturday night. We have trivia on Tuesday night. We have Dodgers. Every single Dodger game is live here.
Wow.
Because that's important.
Yeah, okay, should we share why it's important?
Okay.
Okay, so how many years, David, have you had season tickets to the Dodgers?
Okay, 40. Sorry.
Wow.
It makes me look older than I am.
Well, you got them when you were 2. If anyone can beat that, let us know. 40 years season tickets with the Dodgers. So every game, and you have all the football games going.
Yes, we have all the football games. We have the NFL package. We have about 12 TVs up front, and there's always sports on.
And what I love is every night. So Monday night is Monday Night Football.
Correct.
What's going on? Tuesday night is trivia.
Tuesday night's trivia.
Wednesday is football.
No, Wednesday night is steak night.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget? They serve the best steak dinner, and I'm not even going to tell you the price, but it's really inexpensive. And then Thursday?
Thursday is football, and then we have social night, or where comedian nights come in after football's done.
On Thursday nights.
On Thursday night, it's free of charge. We have some good comedians that come in. And so that happens on Thursday night. And then Friday night, we move on to bands. Well, there's a Friday night at 8:30, there's a band. Saturday night at 8:30, there's a band. And then Sunday, we're right back into football.
And this is fairly new. I hope you're still doing it, but you have breakfast.
Yes. We are open for breakfast Saturday and Sunday morning at 8:30. And not only that, we have bottomless mimosas or regular mimosas or special Bloody Marys. There's always a special here.
Yeah, that's what I come. I'm not a Bloody Mary guy. I've tried. I can't be. But I always come for the bottomless mimosas, and it frankly doesn't matter what I'm eating at that point.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to talk about this room that we shoot in. We're here once a month. In fact, if anyone ever wants to come by, we're typically here the second Tuesday of every month. But this is your banquet room, and you have done so much with it. And over the years, I've watched such a broad variety of events be held here.
Yes, and we can hold about 75, 80 people. We have food, we have drinks. We've done anything from a birthday party to a memorial service to last week we had a record swap here where they brought in their records and swapped, and they were playing music back here. So it's available, and it's a good place to just get together at.
And how many TVs are in here? 1, 2, 3, like 5 or 6. Every wall has at least 1 or 2 TVs on it.
5 or 6 TVs, yes.
So this would even be a fun place to get the gang together to watch football and reserve the room. And my favorite part about this room, and I hope this is still accurate, that if you get the food from you guys, which why wouldn't you, what's the cost for the room itself?
The cost is $300 of money spent. So whether it's food or alcohol or combined together, if you spend $300, the room is free. And yes, that is still the way it is. And last year we had a group in here that just came in to watch the Super Bowl and rented the room for that.
Yeah, I mean, so, because you're gonna have food, you're gonna have drink, you're gonna invite a lot of friends. So this is a great place to do it. It's a great venue. I love the room. You can close the door, it's private. You recently added its own outside patio that's separate from the main restaurant patio.
That's correct. There's a patio outside just for this, and depending on the group, if they want, we have a private bartender back here for them, or they can walk up front and get drinks, just depending on how much drinking they're doing or how much they want to do.
And how much food they want.
Yep.
So if someone wants more information about any of your nightly specials, events, or reserving this room, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, naturally, we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, but the easiest way is to call the phone number here. It's area code 909-981-2411. In case I said it too fast, 981-2411. And any of the managers, any of the bartenders will know exactly what's happening.
All right. Well, David, thank you again for allowing us to be here. And I urge all of you, if you haven't, come on by and check out Charlie's Stars and Stripes in the heart of historic downtown Upland. David, thank you.
Thank you.
It is that time of the show when we say hello to our favorite health guru, Dr. Peavy from Arcadia Chiropractic Center. And Dr. Peavy, when you were on the show last, one of the things we talked about was the fact that some foods that we're eating, mostly processed, are causing inflammation. What exactly does that mean, and why is inflammation bad?
Well, inflammation is a process in the body where the body is working to fight off injury, try to start the healing process to a point. The problem is that with these food products, they tend to accelerate that reaction more aggressively. Inflammation can cause anything from swelling in the joints to elevation in markers in the blood that can cause things as serious as heart disease.
Oh, wow.
Heart disease is one of the biggest mainstays of what's affecting the medical system. And of course, high inflammation also contributes to these heart attacks and heart disease.
Well, and then add on top of that, the stress in our lives and other factors, and it's no wonder that heart disease, I think, is the number one or close to the number one killer in the country right now.
That's correct. Cancer is very close as well. But again, when you see inflammation, a lot of people aren't sleeping very well. We'll elaborate on that a little bit later. But when you're not sleeping the type of sleep patterns that you need, getting the right amount of sleep, it raises a hormone called cortisol. And cortisol tends to turn on inflammation in the body. So that's another factor that in this day and age, not enough people are sleeping properly.
Yeah. And I know that I've been bad with that. We just work so hard and, with family and life and rushing around. I know often for myself, I get home and I'll eat what is sometimes my first meal of the day, and it'll be big, and then I go to bed, which is, just proves that I'm brain dead even doing that. And I'll pass out from exhaustion for like an hour. And then I boing, boing, and I'm wide awake for hours into the night.
Right, and sometimes you have to look at that and see, well, what did I just eat? Did I eat too much carbohydrate, refined carbohydrates, which tend to lower your blood sugar level quicker? And that's what's going to cause you to kind of pass out, kind of lose track, and you wake up and, well, what movie did I just watch? And then, of course, now you're awake and you're kind of going through that phase again. Getting back to what I talked about earlier regarding food, preservatives, flavor enhancers, these are unnatural to the body. That's why they irritate the body, and that's why they raise inflammation. So we want to eat as clean as we can.
So where does gluten fall into that picture?
Well, gluten is kind of the high-level producer that we have in this country, because we're a mass producer of wheat in this country for the world, literally. So with GMOs, or genetically modified foods, we've changed the chemistry of wheat, and it increases this added ingredient, or I shouldn't say added, but this ingredient that's part of wheat called gluten. So high levels of gluten have shown now we're getting more allergies, we're getting more problems with respiratory problems, asthma, all kinds of these kind of inflammatory conditions, even joint-related inflammation.
So if someone wants some guidance on how to mitigate some of these issues, is this something you can help them with?
Oh, most definitely. In our office, we're a chiropractic office first and foremost. But
you do a whole lot more than that.
A whole lot more. But think of it this way, the nervous system, which is what we work with, is designed to control the body. But if you're blasting that control system with all these, these adversaries, we've got to clean that up. So that's where I can work with somebody and give them the needed information, the needed intelligence of how to approach eating more properly and of course, to the betterment of their health as well.
So if someone wants to find out how to go about learning how to improve their lifestyle, their diet, and at the end of the day, just feel better, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, the great way is to give us a call at 626-447-4442. You can get a lot of information that's quite useful on our website at arcadiachiropracticcenter.com.
All right, well, I encourage everyone, if you're not feeling quite right, and frankly nowadays most people aren't, it has a lot to do with the food you're eating and the lifestyle you're living, and Dr. Peavy can certainly help move you in a better, happier, and healthier direction. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't go away. We will be right back. What a great show. I so enjoyed chatting with all of our guests, and I especially want to thank you for tuning in and joining us. And please, be sure to set your DVRs so you never miss another episode of Voice of the Inland Empire. And if you want to be able to watch 24/7, I don't know why you'd want to watch in the middle of the night, but if you do, check out our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com, where on the homepage you'll find current shows, and on the archive page you'll find years of past shows that you can enjoy. And while you're at our website, drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. What you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. Maybe you have some ideas for show guests. Our guests need to have topics of broad general interest and be non-commercial in nature. If you don't have access to the internet or just prefer the old-fashioned way of contact, you can give us a call on our telephone hotline at 909-746-8846. That's 909-746-8846. So until next time, this is Ron Stark reminding you to be productive, care for your world and the people around you, work hard, find time for fun, and always remember to give back whatever and whenever you can. Until next time, goodbye for now.